Okay. Hi, friends, and happy Thursday. Welcome to Team Call. Tonight, I am super excited because we have a guest speaker. Rach has been coaching since April, and she has is just like she started building momentum and she just stayed consistent and is consistently adding new coaches, new customers, and thinking of how she can be innovative and try new things to grow her business. And it's super inspiring to me. So I wanted her to just kind of share like what's working for her in her business right now. Um, and so we're going to do kind of like a little fun interview sort of thing. So first of all, Rach, if you want to go ahead and just like introduce yourself, talk about how you got started with coaching.
Course. Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know, I'm Rachel. Um, I am born and raised in Western Massachusetts. I am still sadly here. Uh, I've grown up here. I met my husband here. He grew up here. I am the mom of two boys. My oldest is 7. My youngest is 1. They're the cutest. I am a wife to a police officer, so that's fun. And I have actually known Kelly for years, since for over over 10 years at this point. And she actually reached out to me about 2 or maybe 3 years ago, and I joined one of her accountability groups 2 years ago, maybe. And let me tell you, I did not commit. I was not in the right mind space, and I just left, literally left. And she reached out to me again in April, and I was like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to sign up as a discount coach. I signed up with 10 rounds, and I was like, who doesn't love a discount? Like, perfect. So within the first week of 10 rounds, I literally fell in love with the program. Absolutely fell in love with it. I wanted everybody to do it. You can ask Lindsay, I tell her all the time, like how much I love 10 rounds. And a couple people started asking me because I started posting, like checking off my calendar or something, and be like, what program are you doing? And I found it was just so easy to talk about this program because I loved it so much. And then I started jumping on the team calls, and I was like, you know what? I love it. I'm just going to start sharing. I don't have to do anything. I'm already a discount coach. If it doesn't work out for me, it doesn't work out for me. But the more I started sharing and the more I started jumping on the team calls, I I think I fell in love with the community more than I fell in love with the programs. That's like I've made some of my best friends here. Um, and then when COVID happened, I stopped working my part-time job, so I was home, and so that really is how I got started. I was like, I don't want to go back to work. So I'm going to make this work. And that's how I'm here.
Making it work. I love it so much. Okay, so let's walk through your process. We did this last week on our team call. I kind of walked you guys through our process and broke it down. So let's walk through your process. Like, who are you inviting? How many invites are you sending? How are you connecting with those people? How are you inviting them? Like, walk us through what work looks like for you.
Yeah, so I make sure that I'm consistently posting on my story, and I kind of do like the same thing Callie does. I will post 4 videos and I go to the last one and I just see who has consistently watched all 4 of them, because some people don't watch all of them. They exit out beforehand. And I have been inviting those people, and including my warm market, like my friends and stuff. But I know my friends pretty well, and they're just, yeah, we're not interested. So I've really just started reaching out to people on my stories. When I first started, I can ask Mo. I didn't send like any invites. I was like too terrified. And then when I started inviting, I said, okay, I'm going to do minimum 5 a day. It's fine. So now it's 5 to 10. than that. But 5 because I'm working on building relationships with my new followers and those people that I haven't really had much interaction with that are watching my stories, because I don't want to come off salesy. I want to um, show them that I do care about like what's going on in their life, because I do, and I don't want them to think that I don't. So right now it's been more towards 5, but I think that's just the season that I'm in. Just the same people watching my stories, just trying to build connections with new people and grow my following. And that's who basically I'm reaching out to. I make it, and when I do reach them, I their feeds and stuff. I like, and I'll like comment like if they post a picture of their kids, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Like, so happy for you. Like, I make it a point to interact with them on their feed. But sometimes, like, when there's so many that you're interacting with, I'll like go back and I'll look at the last few posts. And so when I message them, I'm like, I love that post. Like, somebody I know, for example, she posted a picture wearing matching outfits with her daughter like a couple weeks ago. And I messaged her to invite her, and I was like, I love seeing your matching outfits with your daughter. Like, you guys are so cute. And it spiked the conversation, and then I invited her. So I try to make it very personal. Sometimes I will take like one of the scripts that we have, but I make sure to make it personal. I put their name, I put something about them, like, oh my gosh, like, especially if they're expecting baby, I'm like, you have the cutest bump ever. Like, just something to make it personal so they feel like I'm not just like copy pasting a script and sending it. So that's basically what I'm doing.
I love that. I feel like you are like truly somebody who has just watched trainings and not felt like you need to reinvent the wheel and just done that and it's working, which is awesome. Um, so we talk a lot about like our why in coaching and our biggest motivator, like what has been your biggest motivation in coaching and like what pushes you through the hard days.
So one of my biggest motivations is obviously like my kids, my husband. Um, we did want to be able to move into a new home in a couple years, and I would love for this to be able to help with it. So I really push because I that's what we want for our future. And so I'm looking at this as a long-term thing. I'm not planning on going anywhere. So that's been one of my huge motivations and my one of my big whys. But another reason is because of me. Like, I would like to say that I'm my own why, because I've never in a job, I've never felt I felt comfortable, but I've never felt like I've belonged until I found this. So why am I not going to work hard towards something that I feel like I'm meant to be doing? And I've never been able to commit to a fitness program like in my old years, commit to, um, I mean, I commit to jobs, but like being able to commit to something because I truly, truly love it is just like, why am I not going to stick with that? Why am I not going to work hard? And so I'm really doing it for myself is like my number one reason. And then to be able to help provide for my family and to make my kids and my husband proud of me. It's like, why wouldn't I?
That's awesome. I feel like I could just like ditto to all of that. Like there was nothing before I'd ever like truly loved or felt like purposeful in, and coaching definitely changed that for me too. So I love hearing that. Um and what do you think has really been the key to success? Like a lot of people start this, a lot of people have a why, a lot of people have goals, but I feel like you have just truly like pushed through and made sure that you have achieved those goals each and every month. So like what has been the key to success for you in coaching?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, just consistency. has been like huge, like huge. And I say like, oh my gosh, Mo, I'm obsessed with your dog. Um, I I know this isn't like, we all have different seasons and this probably isn't like the best thing in the world, but I tell myself whether it's a bad month or whether I'm having a tough week or something, I say, I am going to make sure by the end of this month I have hit Success Club. And that's that. I don't stop there. I keep doing it. But as long as I hit Success Club by the end of the month, I feel like okay. I know I can always be doing better, but I'm like, I am not going to quit. And I mean, those of you who have been here since the beginning of my journey, you know, there was one day, it was the last day of the month, and it was 11 o'clock at night, and I signed somebody up, and I was like, I hit Success Club for the month. I think it was like my last month to become a Success Starter. And so ever since then, I'm like, I am going to do it. And so that's been huge. Like I just, what's really motivated me on my bad days is just looking back at my why. Like, I'm doing this to make this a full-time job. Like, this isn't just something I do for fun. I look at this as my work. So having bad days, like when I worked in an office, I had plenty of bad days, but I still had to go to work the next day. I have more good days than I do bad days, and that just totally outweighs it. And you guys all, I mean, my team helps with that. They're the best.
I love that. I love that so much. That's so true. When you treat this job like a job, it's going to ultimately pay out like a job. And I feel like that is what you have started to see, is just how that consistency pays off, which is awesome. Um, does anybody have any questions for Rach, or any like anything at all? Anything? She is yours to pick her brain.
I have a question. Does your day-to-day like coach stuff, is it a pretty normal schedule? I mean, I know having Ollie and Bubs, like it I'm sure it changes like being a mom, but do you have a pretty consistent like daily routine that you go through?
No, I do not. And it's all over the place because being now I'm literally a full-time teacher now because Bubs is 100% remote going back to school. And my husband, obviously, you just know he's getting switched to day shift. So I'm literally going to be home with both kids. So I know that it's going to be a lot of work, but I make it a point to at least get at least an hour of work done total. So whether it's when Ollie's sitting in his high chair and I'm sitting at the table and I'm sending out invites, and then I try to work at least a little bit before bed or once I put him down for bed. Bubs is a little bit easier. I'm still trying to figure out how, like, when I'm going to get all this in when he goes back to school. But I just do it when I can. And I make sure to at least get 1 to 2 hours done total a day. I don't stress about it. Stressing about it's not going to do anything, not going to change anything. It's just going to make you feel crappier.
Yeah, and I feel like Noelle, like just to speak directly to you and your new season coming up, like it's gonna feel so overwhelming at first, and that's okay. Like, take a deep breath. It's not gonna be perfect the first month, certainly, and just like give yourself grace, allow yourself to try different routines. Yes, you will find your groove in life. Like, forget coaching. You will find your groove in life, but it's gonna just take time, and that's part of becoming a mom. So just like from some moms to another, like, grace for that season, and like you will just give yourself that time. Like, allow yourself to fail forward with momming.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's just kind of mentally prepping for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will say, like, it changes per season. So coming from somebody who has coached from the very beginning of like momhood, it totally changes per season. In the first like 6 months of Carson's life, I did all my work at 2 a.m. Like literally, I was like, oh, 2 a.m. feeding. Let me send some invites. These people are gonna think I'm weird up in their inbox, but hey. And so like I did like invites sometimes at like 2 a.m. and I did, whatever worked. I usually took him with me to my calls and nursed him on my calls, and it was just like whatever I could do whenever I could do it, and I didn't worry about the rest of it. So I don't think I hit Success Club 6 each month, but I don't think I hit more than Success Club 6 until like April. Like it was like several months of just like surviving. But yeah, I have never personally had a set schedule. And it's funny because like when you follow different coaches, you're gonna find like some people have like a very set schedule. Like they wake up at this time, they do this time, and like that's the way they live. And like that's probably their personality in life. And then there's other people like me who kind of just like fly by the seat of our pants all day long, and that is my personality in life. And so just go with like whatever works for you. Like if it works for you to set an alarm and like make a certain schedule for your day, try it. If it doesn't work for you, or if that makes you more stressed out, don't worry about it.
That's helpful. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of that encouragement from you guys.
I think that like one of the most important things I got from what Rach just shared is like it is possible to be successful and not have it all figured out. Like not have it all, you know, I do this
I
at this
still
time.
half the time have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just doing what I'm doing.
I love
I'm
that.
learning on the way. A huge thing also, guys, that I've noticed has been like so crucial is not just personal development, but my when I do my devotionals in the morning, I, like I can tell like there was a few days that I like missed, and I could tell like I was off, and then I was like, I can't not do this in the morning. Like I get my prayer in, everything. Like I could 100% tell in just my attitude and in my business that like something was off. And it's crazy because I'll have like really hard days, not in the coaching world, but like mom life and wife life, like very hard. And I'll wake up in the morning to do my devotional, and I'm like, it literally is speaking to me. Like, because I'm reading the new Morning Mercies, and I'll open it, and I'm like, this is literally what I'm going through right now. And it just makes me feel like 100 times better. So please get in your quiet time. It's crucial.
I always try to tell myself, those days when like you don't like, so like 100% love those days when it's like, yeah, that's for me. And then other days you're like, man, I didn't really connect to that. I always try to tell myself like, that's for someone else today. Like,
Probably me.
that's for Rach today.
That's for Rach.
I'd always try to tell myself when I'm like, I don't feel like I really felt that today. I'm like, you don't have to feel it every day. Just spend the time and do it. And that might have been for someone else today. Love that. Any other questions for Rach? Anything at all? This is a fun, like getting to know everybody's work ethic, work style, workflow night.
I just want to say, and this is not like a comparison thing at all. It's truly just me admiring Rachel. She came in like maybe a month and a half, 2 months after I did. And like my coaching journey was a little slow. It's still slow, let me be honest. But she is like prime example of taking the ball and running with it, diving all in. So for newer coaches who are on the call, let her be an example. Take her advice, take her wisdom, glean from it what you can, and apply it to your business because the girl knows what she's doing. So I admire you, Rachel.
Thank you. I love you.
I love that. And I love that, like, you clarified too, like, not a comparison. Like, this, our life and coaching, like, everybody's in such a different season, you guys. So if you have ever found yourself in a season of like comparison to other coaches or anything, this applies to anything in life, but we're talking about on a coach call. So up to coaching, just know that, like, they might be in a different season than you. They might have different things going on than you, or less things or more things or whatever it is. Like, just don't compare. Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. As much as we share our lives on Instagram, we still don't know it all. And we just need to, like, stay in our own lane and focus on what we are doing and what our goal is and what we feel called to do, and just pray through it and go from there. Like, okay, Lord, like, what have you given me to do today that I can glorify and honor you in this business and in life? And let me do that. And let me not worry about these people over here, even though I love them, hug them, want them to be a part of my life, but don't let me worry about that either. That was really good advice. Any other questions? It's okay if this is a shorter call. We don't have to go till 9:15. Or we can chat about other things too, if anybody just has questions in general. I love seeing all your faces on here tonight. Sam, we missed your face, but I love seeing your name on the screen.
I'm sorry, we're going camping this weekend and I'm trying to prep some food, but I missed last week and I didn't want to miss this week. So I'm listening and making hash brown casserole, which is not on any plan anywhere. By the way, the amount of butter and cheese I just put in this thing is enough to make me want to die, but I'm going to eat it anyways.
And it's going to be good and you're going to enjoy it and move on.
It's going to be delicious, and then I'm going to cry next week for the last week of Morning Meltdown 100 when I'm like, why did I eat hash brown casserole?
Just eat a couple pieces of broccoli with it. You're good.
Well,
Apparently that's my answer tonight.
Broccoli, if I eat cheese, I have to eat broccoli too?
I mean, no.
Can I just say, Samantha, you look incredible. Like, I've been I've just started following you, but like, I mean, I'm blown away literally every time you post like a comparison picture or a transformation picture. I'm like, this girl looks good.
Thank you. Just
you know.
wait. I have very intentionally not shared a comparison picture in the last little while because 10 pounds from goal weight and baby number 2 weight. So
Yay! Oh my gosh, I could cry for you. I know that was such a huge goal for you.
So big dirty numbers. So I'm pretty happy with it.
That's amazing. Yes, and you are glowing all the way through it. Any other questions or comments or concerns?
Since we're throwing love around, I want to throw a little love over to Lindsay. Not that I don't love all of you ladies, but I feel like Lindsay and I share a little bit of a special bond. Actually, no, well, you're probably in this group too. And I don't know about some of the others, but working full time and then trying to raise a rugrat, and even though she doesn't like root beer, yes, Noelle, even though she doesn't like root beer, she drinks her water before her coffee in the morning, okay? I have to say, like, I appreciate that you share the way that you fit this into your life around your full-time job, because sometimes I feel like as a coach who literally does this only after 7 p.m., it's a little harder to see my business move the same way that I see some of the other girls doing. And again, like, not playing the comparison game because my life is not the same. But Linz, I appreciate the way that you share how you fit it around your work life. And also, you are all crazy for like moving and trying to do this while you have bananas happening in your life. I can barely make it work and I got nothing going on.
Thank you.
You guys are the best. Best crew. Well, oh, what I was going to say, I knew I was going to say something. So I kind of dropped the ball this week. I totally meant to post like a schedule for one-on-ones, and honestly, like Monday through today has been like a total poop show in our house. So I am going to post that I'll probably post it for Monday, so because it's the weekend and that gets confusing. But I'll post it for Monday. And just like if you guys would like to have a one-on-one, like first of all, please know that you can ask me anytime for a one-on-one. Like I am happy to chat with you. I normally just ask that you send me over your tracker or like a summary of your business, just so like I know that we have a targeted route to chat about on our call. But I am happy to do those anytime, but I'll open up the schedule next week so that we can just kind of like bang them out and do that with whoever wants to. So be thinking through like sometimes that would work for you. I know that not everybody can do during the day, during the week, and that's totally fine. I know we have a lot of people who work here as we just shared. So I will post some daytime schedules. And if you have free time during the day, please take those times just because then we can leave the evening spots available for people who are working and aren't able to take a daytime slot. But yeah, I will post some of those. I'll do that Monday. I'm going to make a note to schedule that for Monday. But yeah, would love to just like chat through what will work for you guys. Julie shared on her call this week that they are gunning for top 10, which is like so incredibly awesome. And our team does have a huge role in that. As we've talked about, like we as a team have huge goals this year too. We are still going for 5-star diamond, and it feels far away, but it's still totally possible. There are actually 5 of you who are so close that like it's incredible. So it feels far, but it's not far. And so I just want everyone to, first of all, like goals are fun. Success is fun. Like hitting things is fun. Rallying together as a team and working together is fun. But the goal of this at the end of the day is always to be sharing the name of Jesus with other people as we help them to push towards a healthier lifestyle and encouraging them and all of those things, and also providing for our families and moving those things forward and being able to be good stewards for the Lord. So that is our primary goal and heart focus always, and I want that to always be known. But goals are fun, success is fun, hitting fun things is fun, and we are still gunning for 5-star. And every time that our team rank advances, it is going to help push Live Free into the top 10. So just know that like your rank advance and holding for 6 weeks is going to make a big deal for Live Free as well, which is fun how it's like a ripple effect and we can all work together towards fun goals. So yes, Allison, diamond by October. Noelle, diamond by before this baby comes. Rachel, diamond by whenever you want. Mo, diamond by whenever you want. But we're all doing it before Thanksgiving. There's a whole crew. Lindsay, doing it by Thanksgiving. And if you are like, dude, I want in on this diamond club and pushing towards diamond, contact me. Let's find a way for you to hit diamond. It's totally possible for anyone. It really is. It feels so far away, and I know that feeling, but it's really not. So please tell me how I can be helpful to you guys, whether you want to shoot me a text or whatever. Like if you're like, hey, like, can we do a team call on this? Like sending me ideas like that is helpful for me to know like how I can be providing value for you guys as a team. Like what is something that you want us to work towards as a team? So we'll set up those one-on-ones next week and talk more individualized for goals. Any other questions before we end our call? Okay. Let's take a boomerang. Okay, ready, friends? 3, 2, 1. Cute.
Don't exit out. I'm taking one more because I accidentally had a picture. We all look ridiculous.
Okay, me too. I'll take it with you. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Cute. Cute, cute. All right. Well, I hope that everybody has, tomorrow's Friday. Whoop! Ready for Friday. And hope everybody has a fabulous rest of your weekend, and we will catch up next week one-on-one before our team call on Thursday. Have a good night.